I'm recording. Good afternoon, everyone. We are back on the Crystal Isles. I love this map so much. Following the creator a bit, if you're curious about it, Crystal Isles was made by, I don't want to say she was a housewife, but I definitely know she was a mommy. You can check her Twitter. And she talks a little bit about herself. But from what I've heard, she was hired by Grapeshot, which is Wildcard's Atlas division, to work on a map there. And I'm hoping, and a lot of other fans of the map are hoping, that she will start working on this once things get quiet. And if she's a Wildcard employee, maybe this will become a sponsored map like Ragnarok, and that would be exciting. I don't know how they would handle the Crystal Wyverns because they're unlike all their other wyverns. They're passive tames. They're passive, they're breedable, and they have elements of classic flyers, as in you can change their speed, but I would really love to be able to take my Crystal Wyverns to other maps because I love them. So anyway, the last time I streamed, I forced you all to watch me building. This one won't be a building one. This will be actually a relatively quick one. This is the building I was working on. You can see here we've got our awesome little balcony. Trying not to show too much of the other stuff, but I have done zero decorating on these. Maybe one has a tiny bit of decorating, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at our town and see what we've done so far. So over here I've got what's the barber shop. Oh no, I put haircuts instead. Oh, because it was going to be 25 cents, but the ASCII character for cents didn't work on the sign. I was just like, okay, sure, sure. But you can see I've done a lot here. I don't have any signs up for any of these, but what I did was I pulled up Old West images and I sorted through and I kind of made a lot of my buildings based off of some of the Old West buildings I could find online. I definitely had to get creative because obviously I can't change the slant of my roof and not everything lined up perfectly, but you can see here this is a town hall. I think I got it pretty close to a town hall that I saw real pictures of. So, I mean, there's, like I said, there's nothing in here yet, but I definitely have to do a lot of decorating. I had some issues with railings and these eco-stable archways. The railings were kind of overriding it, so you can see there's a few places where there just isn't a railing, and I had to get really creative here. But I like this building a lot. So that's my town hall. Let me change the time of day, make sure it's nice and bright here. So I want you guys to be able to see this in a good light. So we'll do 10 o'clock. There we go. So this is the original building. I think it's going to be a general store. This one over here, just a little house. So you can see I got nothing much in here yet. Just a bed. Over here, this is going to be the sheriff's office and the jail. I found a really cool Adobe building that had that archway there. Unfortunately, with the eco-stable archways, I can't dye them. So I was kind of stuck with that color. But it still looks pretty cool. Probably should have found some of the original images. I had some issues with pillars for support, so I used these here to kind of make it look like it's got some support in. You can see very plain buildings. Like I said, I don't think I even have the floors in on most of these. Over here, originally this was going to be my saloon, and I built it. It was a couple floors high, and it just didn't look right, and I didn't like how the light hit it at this angle. I know that sounds silly, but what I did instead was I looked up a schoolhouse, and I managed to find an old brick schoolhouse that was the same shape, so the same rounded shape, And I can tell you I struggle for probably 20-30 minutes with these eco roofs. I don't know why. But you come in here, you can see I even have little desks and bookshelves and all that. I'm definitely going to do more with it, but I just had some fun. I loaded some pictures I had, plus I painted this one. I figured it looked like a teacher with a student. And that what I have in my snail room back on Ragnarok, where I keep all my snails. And this was just, I don't know, it was a derpy pteranodon that I found that used a program to upload to Paint so I could paint it up there. Over here we have our Church of the Raptor. And I know that I did the steeple weird, but I actually found some pictures of an Old West church that sort of had that weird steeple shape where it was coming out partially into the entrance and partially into the building. And I can tell you, I actually struggled a lot to get the building blocks to work right for me to be able to do that. So, this is the Church of the Raptor. Definitely not perfect. I found some stained glass under, I want to say this was the steampunk stained glass. So, I mean, it obviously isn't the right color of the wood. I know Eco has a stained glass in her, I think I want to say it's her garden mod, which is a very nice stained glass, but I'm trying to control myself and not put on too many mods. But as you can see, it's kind of cool. I tried putting the steampunk organ in here, and it took up like half the church. And I know this isn't really a pulpit. It's from the Eco Stable. It's the Winter Circle. But I thought, it looked close enough. So let me come out here and let you get another look at this thing. So let's see. You can see I have a teeny tiny bell, which is not actually a bell. It's a light. But from the distance, if you're at the right angle, it looks like a bell. So I was like, let's go for it. So we got our little church here. And then over here, I found a lot of pictures of shops that were connected, but they all had different roofs and different paint colors to them. So these are also definitely not decorated. I have no idea what these shops are going to be. I've been trying to think, where is my bank going to be? What building's going to be my bank? It might be this orange one here. I don't know. It seems very banky to me. But as you can see, I still have a ton of room to expand. My new saloon is going to go right over in here. Let's just pick you up. Oh, I don't have the soul gun on me. Let's grab that real quick. There we go, buddy. So I'm going to put my new saloon like right in here. Should be plenty of space for it. I am going to try to do the rounded again. And I'm just hoping that with the layout of the land and the better lighting, that it'll look good. Because, I mean, you saw how the front of that building looked really, really dark. See how shaded it is? Just not at a good angle to catch light, so I don't know. I felt like I needed my saloon illuminated. This is a livery. I tried to base it off of a real picture that I found. This little side area here, I'm going to put some hay bales because I saw that in the picture. And yeah, like it wasn't perfect. This was actually a slanted roof, but it was at a much different angle than this roof. So I'm going to come in here. And I figured I've got a bunch of unicorns on this server, so this is actually a good place to store my unicorns. So it's not bad. My mom had horses growing up. I'm not gonna say it's the best barn I've ever seen, but it ain't bad. It's not too dissimilar from a barn. I'll probably put some areas up there for hay storage and all that kind of good stuff. So go ahead and take a look. Oh, I meant to remove these here. I just set them there because I was having a hard time getting these gates to snap properly. They need to at least be Adobe, so I don't think I have any Adobe foundations on me. And I am not GCM'd at the moment. So I will, I'll fix that later, but it's not bad. I mean, it's kind of funny because from up high, all of this looks super duper flat, but when you're down on the ground and you're trying to build, you realize this is not flat at all. It is anything but flat, so I don't know. I'm really enjoying this project. It's a lot of fun. I'm not going to spend too much time on this video. You can see here, I decided things didn't have to be perfectly square, and now it's driving me nuts because I just kind of approximated lining that up, and then I lined this section up to that. So it looks a little off, but I'm going to put some more Adobe buildings, I think, right in here. And I'll probably put, I don't know, another row of shops over here. We shall see. We shall see. But, yeah, I'm really happy with how it's turned out so far. The only kicker is it's on a rented server, so if I, in a month, say, meh, I'm done, I lose all this. So, I mean, it seems kind of silly to put in this much effort, but I absolutely love building. So, actually, let's go ahead and have a little fun, since it's mostly ready, not decorated, but ready. I'm gonna go back to my house. I hope my wyvern is here too, because I think I might have lost it. But I'm gonna grab my unicorns and put them in the stable. But yeah, I also got Eco Shop Decor mod because I thought it had a lot of, hey, there you are. Thought it had a lot of really cool things that I could do. I just need to drop off these wyverns that were Troodon food for when I tame my Troodons. Alright, one unicorn. And aren't they... Ah! No, I do have a male unicorn. Nice. Alright. So I'm gonna grab Salty and head back. Actually, you know what? Let's take the long way. Let's fly, because this is just a pretty map. You can see I've not really even been over here in days. Look at that view. It's so pretty. I should have kept the wyvern with me while I was crafting, because that would have been a lot of good experience for it. But evidently I was distracted and I just kind of left it, which is not good. Alright, so turn here over the copper fields, copper peaks. Here we go. I was like, I think it's here. Yeah, it just took a minute to load in. So, it's perfect. I have 3 unicorns for each stall. There. Nope, that's no, that would not have fit in here. That's actually a good level unicorn. 195, alright. See, I have in and out, basically. Kind of a nice feature. I've seen barns like that where you can take them out the back side, not just the front side. I like that design. And last one in. We're good. Yeah, so Jelani found 3 unicorns for me on this server. And she's like, here you go. I was like, okay, cool. I had no idea what I was going to do with them. Look at this. This is perfect. But yeah, like I said, there's so much decorating that needs to be done. And I think to make it feel like a real town, I need quite a few more buildings. I mean, I probably don't have to be that bad. Like, I thought most of my buildings were going to be around this size, a few this size, but then I kind of went crazy and yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess they're not so bad, but they feel huge. See, definitely got some decorating to do. Nothing done here. Oh yeah, and this is the thing, but a lot of them you can see the flaws if you get too close to them. Where there's just things that I couldn't get done perfectly, so I kind of said, yeah, oh well. Like here you can see there's not a lot of room between the church and the school. I mean, that was kind of normal if you look at these pictures of the Old West, that there's not a lot of room between them. But it's also intentional because the metal billboard I used as the chalkboard is sticking out the back. But, you know, it is what it is. So, I'm really having a lot of fun with this, and things are turning out a lot cooler looking than I had thought they would. I mean, you always have an image in your head, and it doesn't always turn out, you know, just right when you're building, but this looks pretty darn good. I am very happy with it. And I hope you have enjoyed seeing this. I am going to call it early because I have cooking to do. Y'all take care. Have a good night.